What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs and the fact that they re-signed Andreas Johnsson to a one-year, two-way deal. Now, a lot of people are freaking out saying two-way. He's probably going to make this Leafs roster next year. It's pretty much set in stone that the guy is going to be back. The cap hit is $787,500 for one season, like I mentioned. This is great for the Leafs to lock him up. This is a prove-yourself contract. He accepted his qualifying offer, and after this season, the Leafs will still have his, I believe he's still an RFA, so the Toronto Maple Leafs can work with him on another deal, but it'll probably be a couple years or 3 years, something like that, if he does have a really good year this year, if he produces to the level they think, and then he can, get in the $3-4 million range, probably around 3, if I was to take a guess. But again, this is completely like next year that this could happen. Now, you're also seeing the title of this video. This isn't some clickbait video where I'm freaking out about William Nylander. I'm just going to talk about whether or not I think he's next to get a contract, which, he's pretty much the only RFA/UFAs left with this Toronto Maple Leafs team. They got Tavares, they let go of some guys. They've signed some of their, Marley's guys, their depth guys, their roster guys. They've, invited guys to the team and signed some good contracts, whatever. William Nylander is going to be the next guy signed by this team, but I'm just going to be talking about, some of the things revolving, around William Nylander. But Johnsson's 23 years old. With the Marlies last year, he was a point-per-game player in 54 games. He also won the Calder Cup with the Marlies. He had 10 goals and 14 assists in 16 playoff games, and he was also the MVP of the AHL playoffs and was on the AHL's second All-Star team. So that's incredible. He was amazing for the Marlies last year, and he was pretty good with the Leafs as well. He was in all the playoff games, and he looked really good. He's fast, he's got skill, and he's got a really nice shot. And if he can produce this year with the Toronto Maple Leafs at a decent level, like, 35, 40 points, maybe 45 if they can get that out of him, that would be amazing. I am a big fan of Johnsson, and I think that his game is going to help depth-wise with the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is a very good contract, first of all, for one season. People are like, oh, it's only 1 year, you can't call it a good contract. Yes, you can, because the Toronto Maple Leafs still have a lot of cap space to get William Nylander, and if at the deadline they feel like, hey, listen, we've got a really good shot here, they could go after a big name that's available at the deadline to add to this team. So you have to look at it not just for now and not just for, opening night, but mid-season and then going into the summer. This is going to be a very good deal for the Leafs, and if he does good, Johnsson will get an upgrade in his contract next season. He'll get paid. And look at the contracts they did with Zach Hyman and Connor Brown. Those are good deals, and he would probably be earning similar deals to that. You want your depth guys making that kind of money if they are producing, and that's what guys like Brown, Kapanen, Hyman, and Johnsson do. So that's fantastic. I'm very happy for him. He's going to be great for this Leafs team. And like I said, William Nylander is the guy that's left for this Leafs team. He's an RFA. People are like, oh, he's going to sign an offer sheet. First of all, pardon me, I do not think nobody's going to offer sheet him, and people are like, oh, if he gets offer sheeted, the Leafs are done. William Nylander has to sign the offer sheet for it to actually go into, for it to work. Nylander's not leaving this team, okay? He's not going to threaten the Leafs by going, well, I'm signing this, now you got to match it. He's not going to do that, okay? He's going to get a deal. Him and Dubas are probably already talking, but Dubas did say if it takes, going into August or something like that, it's going to happen. They're going to make sure that both sides are good. I can actually see the Leafs and Nylander getting it done by the end of this month. I think that it's fair to say that that could happen. These deals that Dubas has been, coming up with, the Tavares deal was very, very good. He took a discount to come to Toronto. They got Hall locked up. They signed him. They've got Ennis to a really good deal to prove himself. Freddie Gauthier the other day. They've just been locking up guys that they want to make sure are still a Marley or a Leaf next season. And he's going to do the same thing with William Nylander. He wants to win. Dubas wants to win. And I think they're going to come to an agreement. He's not going to get paid $8-9 million like people are thinking. He's probably going to have a contract comparable to a guy like David Pastrnak, who's making $6.6 million, I believe, every season. He's the contract with all of the sixes across the board. So he could be making a little bit less, or maybe even the same amount, or maybe a little bit more. I can't see him making more, but that's where I see the ballpark for William Nylander, and I do believe that he will be the next deal that's signed. And the reason why I put in the title is Nylander next. I mean, like, is that the next move that the Leafs are going to be making? I'm not saying that, you know, oh, like, they're not going to sign him. Like, I'm just saying they could make trades, they can make signings for other players and stuff like that. I'm wondering if Nylander is the next thing that they're really focusing in on, because we're not sure if Dubas is looking at the trade market right now, looking at the free agent stuff like that. So, you know, that's why I just wanted to open it up again for you guys. If you guys want to comment down below your thoughts on Nylander, Andreas Johnsson. This is very good for the Toronto Maple Leafs. If you're a fan, you should be happy. This is a good deal, and Willie is next. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Let's get to 3,000 subscribers. I do have t-shirts for sale and other stuff like that. There are very cheap ones on the site for like $20, and there's also a coupon that you can use to get like 15% off right now because I just opened the store. That'll be linked down below as well. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.